There we go. Good to go now. So this is going to be very brief, but I'm going to hand over to Alex Polorotov, who I kind of tapped up on LinkedIn a few weeks ago when I saw the amazing progress that he'd made on his Gitoqlik Qlik Sense source control solution. So without further ado, Alex, we'll hand it over to you because Joe is eager to see what's happening.
Okay, thank you guys. It is so exciting for me because it is something like BAFTA or Oscar ceremony. Because of I feeling like that I'm accidentally on BAFTA scene, and there are many famous actors, actresses, directors, and they are looking at me and want to see something from me. So. Thank you for invitation. It's a really great honor for me. So I start to sharing my screen. Do you see it?
Sure do.
Okay, let's start. So, as Brent said, I'm Alex. I'm from Kazakhstan. I'm co-founder of Datanomics Pro consultancy firm that have strong focus on remote click services, and I'm founder of Gitoqlik. Gitoqlik is easy to use version control. But before I start to show live demo of Gitoqlik, I want to synchronize our mindsets, and I want to start from many years ago when our team was strong focus on web development. There are many cool tools, cool stuff in web development. For instance, for source version control, you could use Git or SVN. For code package management, you have NPM, you have Maven, Ant, and other package management solutions. And when in 2015 we started to developing in Qlik Sense, it was a very big surprise for me that I haven't got any inbox tool for version control and for code package management. But we are humans and we have a very good ability to adapt for any situation, in any situation, and for any environment. So we said, okay, we need to copy our application and call it dev copy. And if you want to something like version control, you need to copy your copy and the next day you need to copy of your copy of your copy, and so it happens. And after 9 circles of dev copy hell, we start to thinking about how to bring to the Qlik community the easy to use tool for version control and for sharing the best practices. So, and there are 2 concepts, main concept. The first concept is video game concept, where you could save any progress at any time, and you need to have unlimited slots for it. And we need to bring that concept in Qlik Sense application. I strongly believe in cloud idea because it is the part of self-service BI. So the second part is easy share. We need to provide to every Qlik developer easy to use tool for sharing their best practices, their templates, visualization templates, and we need to make it something like NPM in Node.js, for example, where you have search form, search input, where you could type name of the package and get it and reuse it in your application. So 2 simple concepts. And that's why we did Gitoqlik like Chrome extension. We are working on Mozilla Firefox extension now, but now we have only Chrome extension. So, and what is really Gitoqlik and how does it works? It works like a simple proxy, local proxy, there is no any third-party service. Gitoqlik connects through Qlik Sense Engine API and Qlik Repository Service API, connect to your Qlik Sense server, and just serialize your visualization objects, your load script, and store it into the any of Git provider from the right side. It could be GitHub, Bitbucket, or GitLab, any Git provider. You could use cloud Git provider, and of course you could use your local Git provider. For instance, if you have your local Git provider, your local GitLab server in your company, you could connect Gitoqlik with local GitLab server and your Qlik Sense enterprise server, and it will be work fine. So let's start the party. So I just create new application. Let's imagine that we have new client now, and oh, sorry. So we have a new client now, and he want to make a P&L report. But I'm a very lazy man. I don't want to start from scratch. I want to reuse my previous application that I was developed for my previous client last month or last week. So as you can see, there is only one section with load script now, it's main section, but I want to reuse load script from my previous application. So for doing that, I can press on the icon Gitoqlik on the right side of top right side of my browser. So, and let's connect to our Git provider. So we are using Leonardo UI because we want to make our user interface the same like you see in Qlik Sense. And we're starting to use Leonardo UI for that. So at first, we need to choose server type, GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. In my case, I'm going to use GitHub server. So in that form input, I must to type a URL to my server, and it will be api.github.com because of I use cloud version of GitHub. So, and the second, you need to paste your user personal token. So let's create new personal token. Okay, we're now in GitHub page, and let's press generate new token and call it Scotland Meetup. Okay, we need to select scope. We need repo scope, and press generate token. After doing that, you see that there is a new token. Let's copy it and return back to our, oh, sorry, to our, oh my God, how to do it. Okay. Okay, I copy my token and let's paste it. And the third option that we need to choose, new repository visibility. It has only two options, private and public options. Private option mean that you will create only private repository that your team will access, get access, and only your personal account. Okay, and the next option is use organization repository. It means that we have our organization account in GitHub that called Datanomics Pro, and there we can choose our organization. I have two organizations, but in our example, I want to use our Datanomics Pro organization. So let's press test connection button. And as you can see, there is a message successfully authenticated as shuts button. And let's press save button. Okay, so, and now we could to continue our demonstration. We want to reuse our load script from previous application. For doing that, we need to go back to Gitoqlik and press this select repository input box, select box. So, and you could see there are many folders there. You can see Rob Wanderlich repository. I will show you this repository later. But now I want to reuse my application, my finance report. Of course, Vizlib, because I really love Vizlib. Vizlib extension is always in my videos about Gitoqlik. So because Vizlib is amazing. Okay, let's.
I didn't pay Alex for that. I just want everybody to know he's just saying that out of the kindness of his heart. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So what we see in there? We see many tabs. Each tab is section from my selected application that called Finance Report with Lib. So I want to import every section from selected application. That's why I need to select every tab there. We're working on comfortable button that will select all sections, but now I haven't got that. So that's why I need to select every section. Okay. After doing that, we press import button. And as you can see, there is Gitoqlik detect conflict. Tab with name main already exists. And there you could see a simple div viewer that show us what difference we have in our versions, in our local version of our section main and with version of that section in our selected repository, in our selected application. So, and we have three strategies: keep current version, local version of main tab, overwrite from repo, or keep both and rename one of them. Let's select the third section, the third strategy. And you see magic there because now we have many tabs that we have selected a few minutes ago. And there are two tabs, main and duplicate of main. So we could see in main and in duplicate version, and for example, I want to delete that version and load data because I want to start my work with visualization layer in Qlik Sense. Okay, as you can see, finished successfully, and let's go to the visualization. So as I said, I'm very lazy man, and I want to reuse not only load script, I want to reuse my visualization from previous applications. And I want to reuse again my previous application that called Finance Report with Lib, and let's wait in. Okay, and Gitoqlik loaded every sheets from that application that I selected. And now we could select, for example, this dashboard and that dashboard. Okay, and press import sheets button. So after doing that, you see that everything okay. And when you open your sheets navigation menu, you could see that there are three dashboards there. And if we go into the first, we see that there are three visualization objects there. I have a problem with my internet connectivity, so that's why it is so slow. Okay, so we have three data visualization objects, and let's go deeper. I want to show you that that not only sheets were imported. Gitoqlik imported master items too. Because Gitoqlik detected that in our selected sheets there are many master items that link it with that sheets, and without that kind of master items, dimension and measures, visualization won't work well. So that's why Gitoqlik imported master items too. And of course, if you have variables in your sheets that you use in any of visualization object, Gitoqlik will import that variables too in your new application. So let's create new repository that will call Scotland Meetup, and press create repository. So after doing that, we see that Gitoqlik successfully created a repository in GitHub and generate URL. We can go to the GitHub. Okay, and you see new repository was created successfully. It is private repository because we have selected private scope. So, and you see that there is README file with information about your application, Scotland app, and information about author. So, and you see mess in your about section because of Gitoqlik store application ID in that section. So let's revert back and let's commit our sheets, new sheets in the repository, because now we have only one file, README file, and we want to commit our visualization objects and our load script in the repository. First, commit. Press commit button. Okay, it's success. Nice. So, and let's go to the GitHub page again, because we have two folders now, objects folder and data load script folder. Okay, in data load script folder, you could see many QVS files. Each QVS file contains a load script from a section in data load editor. And in the objects folder, you could see many JSON files. Each JSON file linked to the object. You can go into sheets, JSON, and you see JSON representation of your sheet. Yeah. So what we could see there, we see location of each object, we see another information, etc. Okay, let's go back. Okay, now we have repository, we have commits in our repository, and let's start to change our application and save versions of our application. The first change will be about that dashboard. Let's delete two KPIs from there. Okay. And press down button. So, and let's apply new thumbnail for our dashboard. For doing that, we could go into edit mode, and there is a magic button that called set a screenshot. So if you press that button, you see thumbnail assistant with one red button. If we press it, Ta-da! You see that thumbnail that Gitoqlik made a screenshot of your of your page that you was located in and applying as thumbnail. It is a real-time saver for every Qlik developer, I think, because it is so exhausting to make screenshots and after that upload into the Qlik Sense and after that apply as thumbnail. Okay, so and let's save our change in repository now. Thumbnails edit. Okay, and commit and press commit button. So what we see now, we see that there are 3 versions of our application, and you could see a peel there, black and green peel that contain information about change in every version. If we have committed change in load script in app objects, the peel will have 2 color, black and green. And if you commit only app objects changes, the peel will be green. I will show you it later. So we have another version of our application with thumbnails and without any KPI objects there. And for example, we want to revert back for our previous version of application. I don't know why, I just want to do it. Okay, go to the first commit. Gitoqlik show us model window that we trying to revert back. Let's press update button. Okay, and as you can see, every image is reverted back. And if we go into PNL pivot with top dimensions, nice title. Okay, you see that there are 3 visualization objects there. Okay, and when we go back to the future, like Marty McFly, we just select the last version of application. Oh, I want to show that there is label with numbers now. On the icon, you could see number. What is it? Gitoqlik tell you that you are in the out-of-date version of application, and there is one updated version over your selected version. So that's why we want to go back to the future. Yeah, and KPI objects was disappeared. And our thumbnails are here. So we our travel to the back to the future successfully done. So let's. I want to show you another ability of Gitoqlik. So if you use, for instance, let's select year field and choose field settings that will call always one selected value. Okay, and let's drag and drop. Okay. So always selected value here. Let's commit our change again. New version. And press commit button. So now we have another one version, and let's go back to the first commit. Oh no. Okay. What is it? I have the developer version of application of Gitoqlik, so that's why we have bug. Let's refresh our window. And try again. If you will install Gitoqlik from web store in your Chrome, there is no bugs like that. Okay, let's try it again. Oh yeah, I want to show you another new feature that will come in soon. So if you have local change in your application, Gitoqlik detects it too and provide to you three strategy. You can commit and update your local change, or you could update with and lost your local change. So we could press that button. So, and we reverted back to first commit. And as you can see, there is no always one selected option. And there is no, and there is no our new sheet. So let's back to the future again. I just want to show you that always one selected value work well. And okay. So we have traveled back and always selected works fine. So the last amazing feature of Gitoqlik is Git Branching. I want to show you how to work on the application when you have 2 or 3 developers and every developer need to work in isolated branch of your application. Okay, I need to refresh my page. So let's imagine that I'm the second developer. I'm not Alex anymore. I'm Marty McFly, and I want to copy Alex application that called Scotland app, and I want to create new dashboards there. Okay, let's waiting for okay. So let's press duplicate button. Also, you could, of course, duplicate application in QMC. Okay, so I have many experiments there, you could see. So, and we want to go into Scotland app, duplicate. Let's open it. And I will show you that Gitoqlik automatically detects that you are in the copy of your main application. Let's press Gitoqlik. And you see that Gitoqlik found a repository for the master Qlik application from which current application was duplicated. And there is existing repository in GitHub. So that's why Gitoqlik provide to us create branch, not create repository, just create branch in our existing repository. So let's call it dev2 branch. So branch creating process. Okay, after doing that, you see label branch and you see link to our repository in GitHub. It's the same repository. I could show you. Oh yeah, I want to show you our auto documentation function. We generate a table of contents of your application and generate and paste title of the sheet and description of the sheet. Okay, it's the same repository, but we have notification in GitHub that dev2 had recent push less than a minute ago. Okay, because we created new branch. So we are in duplicated app, and let's to create new dashboard, new great dashboard, test. Okay, and now let's to add some visualization objects there. KPI object. USD amount. Okay, and let's make thumbnail. And let's commit our changes into repository in our isolated branch that we called dev2. Okay. Up a new dashboard. So our change is in the branch now, and let's go to our main application. And I want to show that there is no any new dashboards there, but we could fix it. I will show you how to fix it. So let's add a new edit sheet in our main application. For doing that, we go to the GitHub page. Let's go. There are two branches in our repository, and let's press compare pull request button. So in compare pull request button, we could type our release notes. New great dashboard, amazing dashboard, edit, and blah 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 blah. Okay, let's press create pull request. So if we have many developers in our team and we have data architect or team lead, we could add him into our reviewers, and only reviewers will have ability to press merge pull request. Merge pull request merging your development branch with master branch. So let's press it. The first merge. Confirm merge. Okay, merging. And pull request successfully merged and closed. So after doing that, we could go to our main application. And you see that there are 3 updates now because we have merged the dev2 branch with our master branch, and all changes was linked with our master application. And the last version called the first merge new great dashboard. So let's go to the last version. Okay. So, and there is a new great dashboard there. and it works perfectly. And just now we merge two branches. So if you have 3 developers in your team that work together on the one application, you could divide your development process for each developer and then manage it transparency with GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. The other feature that I love in GitLab, GitHub, or Bitbucket is issues page, because if you have some requirements from your customer or clients, or you find the bug, you could create new issue bug and please fix it. And we can choose label, submit new issue. And we have number 2 issue in our repository. So, and what we can do with it? If we delete shit from that because it was our bug, let's commit change and press and type the second issue there and tell Gitoqlik that there is it will only app objects. Fix it. So it is just linked to our issue in GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket. So press commit button. And if we go to our repository, now we see that there is one commit that link it to our issue. Oops, sorry. So, and after reviewing process, team lead could type another requirements or already everything okay. Oops. Yep. Commit. And of course, he can close issue. Okay, so let's go back to our presentation because I need to share with you our roadmap. So we are working with continuous integration and continuous delivery process. To be clear, it's just about moving up between environments. If you have 2 or 3 servers, the first server is your dev environment and the second server is your production environment. You just use you can use Gitoqlik, and after that we have GitHub Actions, GitLab Runners, and something in Bitbucket. I don't know how does it call in Bitbucket. And what is GitHub Action and GitLab Runners? So it is a small server-side application, your runner, that could connect with your servers, your dev server and your prod servers, and when merge successfully done in GitHub or GitLab, it automatically triggered moving process from your dev environment to your production environment. If you haven't got in your production environment the new streams that you have created in your dev environment, it will create it automatically, and your application will automatically moved from your dev environment to our prod environment, prod server. So it it could be done because we store our information about our application in JSON files and in QVS file in your repository. So we also want to deliver to Qlik community a tool for testing, for data testing, for verification process, of course, automatically, and we of course want to deliver some another tools for continuous integration. I think we could integrate in our development lifecycle Butler. It is Sense Ops application. I think you know it. Goran made it. And I think we need to integrate to link that together, our solution and other solutions that could boost development process for Qlik community. So if you have any question, I'm ready for answering.
Awesome stuff.
Thank you.
So one question to get started came in from Pedro around security, and I know George replied, but can you talk about the security that lives behind your Chrome or your Chrome plugin, I should say?
So Chrome plugin is simple JavaScript code that executing only on your machine. And there is no any connections to third-party servers. It connect only with GitHub, only with GitLab, and only with Bitbucket. So and there is no any third party between them. There is no any man in the middle. And when I publish a new version of Gitoqlik in Web Chrome store, Google auditing my source code, and there is no any code injection in your web page because Google can detect that kind of injection, and they could switching off your extension from Chrome.
Okay. And I think as well, George mentioned in his response, and I wanted to ask the same question, you don't have to commit your changes directly into the GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab server. You can do it on a locally cloned repository, is that right?
It is a complicated question because now you can't because we use API with API of Git providers. We are working on Git local commits and Git local revert backs, but now there is no third option. We just use API of GitHub API, GitLab API, and Bitbucket API. So every change, every commit will push to the server, to your Git server.
Is that something that's on your roadmap to look at?
Yeah, we have it in our roadmap. It is a part of our CI/CD feature.
Good stuff. George, do you have any questions that you want to ask?
I think George might have just popped onto another call, Andrew.
Oh, okay. My other question I was going to ask was obviously that Qlik are moving a lot of their strategy to Qlik SaaS just now. Are you hoping eventually to have this certified in some way as a product that? I'm going to. I want to have a trusted extension developer label, and I'm working. Our team are working on it process, but there is a complicated question because when they saw our work,
our solution, they said to us that, oh, sorry, it's not a simple Qlik extension. I don't know how to manage that process, how to give you a trusted extension developer, because in our process we haven't got anything like your solution. If you know or could help me with that process, I will be very appreciated.
Good stuff.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I think there was another question came in there about Pedrasta again. Can you edit the .git attributes to use any Git extensions?
Git extension. What does it mean, Git extensions?
You mentioned GIST. I'm not familiar with GIST.
GIST. Okay.
Perhaps we can pass that one on offline.
Yeah, we can answer it offline if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. I don't think about it, but if you share your idea, I think we could to think about it and add it to our roadmap.
That's great.
Great.
I think
guys.
Brian would possibly want to wind up, and certainly we always encourage people to reach out offline. Do you use a Slack channel? I know you.
Oh yeah. I want to share with you our. So we have docs.gitoqlik.com website, and there is many articles about Gitoqlik, and we have Slack channel. So you see link there. You can move to the Slack.
Okay.
And okay, and you see our Gitoqlik workspace there and our channels.
If you could share these resources to us, we can put them onto the website beside the presentation.
Okay. Yes, no problem. Thanks.
So thanks for that. Thanks, good session. Really interesting stuff.
Thank you.
Yes, that was superb, Alex. I think there's a lot of people who are kind of knocking their heads together now at the way that they are working with duplication of apps. Qlik Sense. So this looks like a great solution, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of follow up. And it was great to have you. It was a great demo as well, pretty much flawless. Brian Munce would be proud. He really would.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Alex.
Back to the
Thank you, guys.
as well. That confused things.
Exactly. All right, let's see if I can just get my. I'm just gonna wrap up now, guys. Very quick. Screen back up here. My goodness, it's all going crazy now. So our next, you know the cadence by now, I'm guessing, that we're every 2 weeks. So that makes our next session on Friday, the 31st of July. And this is the bit where we normally do massive reveals on brilliant new guests. But I'm sure you would like to know who those new guests are. But so would we at this point, because we've been working very hard on the website and lots of other logistics in the background for QVMS. So you just have to trust us that our pipeline is still strong and we are still moving on this. And we sincerely hope that you can join us on QVMS EP9 in a couple of weeks' time. All that remains for me really is to say thank you very much. We appreciate you sacrificing your Friday afternoon/morning with us. It means a lot to us. We hope to see you in 2 weeks. Andrew, do you have a few words?
Yeah, not just to repeat the thanks to both presenters and look forward to the next sessions. And obviously, please do follow up with Alex and Joe if you want to engage with them directly. They do contribute their time, and it's only fair, I think. So thanks all.
Yeah, absolutely right. I'm going to assume that George is still on his call, but if you do want to drop us a line and let us know how we got on with this session or any others, we'd love to hear from you on QVMS opinions on Tiny CC. Otherwise, all that remains to say is thank you very much, chaps and chapesses. Have a wonderful weekend, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Alex and Joe, especially. That was wonderful, guys. Thank you.
The guest has finally appeared, Joe.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this is my second developer that I really need Gitoqlok so I can reverse the changes that happen in it. It's going to be a lifesaver.
Oh, yes. We
Yes.
absolutely love it. We absolutely love it.
Great stuff. Thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was really good, guys. Thank you very much for everyone who's presented and arrived. It means a lot. And everyone who asked questions as well. Cheers, guys.
Thanks all.
Everybody. Bye-bye.
George and Andrew, I'll just let things just swing the chat and stuff saved as well.
You're still recording as well, Brian.
Yes. I think we captured it all now. I'm going to drop the recording now.